Hi, welcome to Pre-Calculus Honors with Mr. PreCalc. This is going to be a little bit of a welcome video, just kind of giving you guys a quick, brief overview of how the course is going to be laid out this year, especially being a brand new year with hybrid learning and whatnot. So let's get right down to it. First off, here is some contact information on me. My name is Mr. PreCalc. I've been teaching here at Twinsburg this is my 18th year. Pretty much I've taught everything at the high school except for AP Calculus. Right now I primarily teach Pre-Calculus and AP Statistics. So you might have me for that course next semester as well. But this course is Pre-Calculus and Trigonometry Honors. My new room number at RBC Middle School / New High School, I guess, is N209. Here's my email address. Please, email is the #1 way to reach me, ask me questions, parent contact, whatever. But use my email. I usually reply as fast as I possibly can. My phone number is 330-486-2464. Probably if you're calling from outside the school, you'll get my voicemail, but leave a voicemail and I can check that as well. All right, so quick description of the course is, really Pre-Calculus covers, an in-depth investigation of algebraic and trigonomic functions. Really, it's all about functions, right? We want to get to a point where you understand that you could take calculus. The end goal is AP Calculus and/or AP Statistics, but this course really focuses on functions, and you guys know a lot of different functions. Linear functions, quadratic functions, exponential, logarithmic. So we're going to really dive into analyzing functions properly, but we're also going to introduce you guys to trigonomic functions. You probably have a little bit of a background with trigonomic functions, but we're going to really dive deep into trigonomic functions. And then from there, we'll move on to some vector stuff and some analytic geometry. So, this is a truly advanced course for upper level mathematics. It moves very, very fast, and it may be very challenging to you at times. So make sure that you're staying up on your work every single day, especially with this new format of the 4x4. You only have 3 or 4 classes this first semester. So, you have a little bit more flexibility, a little bit more time, as opposed to when you had 8 classes, that you could really focus on the material that you need to really kind of, absorb as much knowledge as possible. So the design, again, I said this earlier, but the design of this course is truly prepare you for AP Calculus. All right, so here's some classroom expectations. So here's kind of how it's going to go. Now, I do have one section of all virtual. So obviously with that virtual section, I will be meeting with you guys virtually through Google Meets every single day at the time of class. And the other students, the other 2 classes I have are the hybrid model, where you're in school on some days and you're at home on other days. But here's how it's going to work. And this is kind of known as flipping the classroom, if you've ever heard of that before. But the idea is that you're going to do a lot of the learning at home on your own. So each week I'm going to post a list of topics that we are going to be covering. And each topic will have a video to go along with it. So it's on you to get all of that material covered for that week. Now, a list of assignments will also accompany all of those topics as well, and you'll have those due dates for everything. So essentially, you're going to know going into each week what needs to be covered, and you can kind of do it, in a sense, at your own pace. If you want to learn everything on Monday and then practice to the end of the week, hey, that's great. Whatever you want to do. It's really going to be kind of up to you. The days that we are in school, for those of you that are coming to school half the time, that's when you could ask the questions, get clarifications, get the individual needs, maybe get more practice questions from me, whatever it may be. But the days you're at home can be spent watching topic videos, sorry for a little typo there, topic, and doing the assignments, or whatever you want, right? It's kind of, I don't want to say it's 100% at your own pace, but it's really going to be about, hey, here's the topics we need to cover, you need to get that done. My plan is to make videos for every single topic. That way, if you are ever quarantined, or you are ever at home sick, or if you have the flu, or, who knows what happens, you have an ACL surgery, whatever, the common things that aren't related to COVID, you still have access to all of the material that we're going to be learning through those videos. All right, Google Classroom is going to be the #1 source of me distributing all this information to you. So the weekly schedules, the videos, the homework assignments, all that is going to be pushed out to you through the virtual classrooms in the Google Classroom. So here are the Google Classroom codes, so make sure you use the proper code for what class you're assigned. Block 1 is the all virtual, so I will be meeting with you guys through Google Meets 8:15 to 9:45. So every single day in the Google Classroom for Block 1, you're going to have a link to the Google Meet. We'll meet, we'll go over things. Those kids have the advantage of, I don't say it's an advantage, but I'm going to be meeting with you every day. So if you have questions on a daily basis, I'm there to answer them. For blocks 2 and 4, the hybrid model, half virtual, half in class, these are the times that we will be meeting. And those are the times that we're going to be meeting, whether you're at home or in school. And the Google Classroom codes are there as well. So I'm actually going to get out of this video real quick. I just want to kind of quickly show you guys Google Classroom. This is PreCalc Honors Block 1, but the other classes are going to be very similar looking. So the first tab that when you open it up is the stream. The stream is where everything goes. It literally is just a stream of everything. Assignments, questions, surveys, topics, material, videos, this, that. Everything goes to the stream. So it kind of gets a little bit chaotic, but if I do have a big classroom announcement, I'll post it to the stream. But for the most part, you're going to want to be under the classwork tab because this will be organized by unit. Unit 0, Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3, Unit 4. And you'll see the daily and the weekly assignments. What needs to be done this week, all the topics, all the videos will be posted. I'll try to keep everything named very properly. So if we're learning a topic on function properties, the material will be topic function properties, the video will be called function properties, the assignment will be called function properties, so you know exactly what needs to get done. I also want to note that there is a grades tab so that you can see your grades. Please note that that is not going to be accurate towards your actual grade for the course. Use Progress Book to actually access your actual grades. Because sometimes in Google Classroom, things aren't graded, but I'll actually put a 5 out of 5 in the grade book, what have you. Or sometimes, with math, sometimes I got to look at your work and grade it, and I can't actually post that grade in Google Classroom, but I can post that in the Progress Book. So don't worry too much what it says your grade is in Google Classroom. The grade in Progress Book is the grade that you're going to want to focus on for that. All right, so let's go back to the presentation here. Let's talk about how you're going to access these videos. Now, again, I'm going to post links to these videos in the Google Classroom on a weekly basis, so there's never going to be any concern. But if you do want to go directly to YouTube, which the video links will take you to anyway, here is a link to my YouTube channel and a link to the Pre-Calculus Honors website. And again, links to all of this are on my website. I know this is a video, so you can actually click on these links, but my school website will have all this on it as well. So let me quickly show you my YouTube channel. So here's my YouTube channel, Mr. PreCalc's Math channel. I do have a second YouTube channel for AP Statistics. So if you just search my name, Michael PreCalc, there might be 2 different channels that pop up. So make sure you use the proper link for this one. And here is the very top of this. You'll see Pre-Calculus Honors Fall 2020. This is the actual playlist where all videos will be going into. Right now, the only video is this intro video, but all the other videos will be there as we learn them and as I post them. Now, on my school website, which is pretty simple, it does have my schedule and it does have links to the websites for AP Stats and Pre-Calculus, which is what you guys are in. And there is a link here for the Pre-Calculus videos as well. Just more ways that you could access that. But again, Google Classroom is where everything will be posted. So that's going to be your #1 place that you're going to go to. All right, now here are the actual units that we're going to cover this year. The 8 units, starting with Unit 0 all the way through Unit 7. The prerequisite skills, because we ended last year in such a unique way, the prerequisite skills unit is really going to be making sure that everybody has all the skills, factoring, solving equations, solving quadratics, a lot of fun stuff that you should already know, but just want to kind of make sure of it, especially because we ended last year in a really different way. Then we're going to get into Unit 1, which is really analyzing functions. We're going to look at a lot of functions that you already know, but we're going to analyze them in a very different way. Unit 2 is on modeling with functions. That's going to be kind of our real world unit. We're going to look at real world scenarios and how we can model trends and things that we see in the real world with all the different types of functions we know about. Then Unit 3 is really, and Unit 4 actually, are going to really focus on the trigonomic functions, right? Because you've learned about those a little bit, maybe in geometry or algebra 2, but you didn't really dive into them full throttle. So that's what we're going to do in Units 3 and 4. And then we're going to do a unit on sequences and series, a little bit more on that later, but it's one of my favorite units. And then Unit 6 and Unit 7 are really meant to prepare you for calculus, limits and intro to calculus. So we'll talk about that, obviously, when we get to those points. All right, now this is super important as well. All homeworks, quizzes, tests, they're often, not always, but very often going to be assigned in Delta Math. We are trying to become paperless this year to reduce the spread of the virus. So a lot of your assignments are going to be virtual through Delta Math. So it's very simple, deltamath.com. So when you go to deltamath.com, in the top right-hand corner, you can click on Start a New Account. Make sure it's a student account, and they're going to ask you for the teacher code. My teacher code is 574147. And then make sure you select your class, whether that be block 1, block 2, block 4. Don't select the class that you're not in, or else you might not get all the assignments at the right time. So make sure you select the right class there. And then they're going to ask you for your school email. If anytime Google has pop-ups that come on, make sure you allow and always select your school email. Don't use a Gmail account or a Yahoo account. You got to use your school Gmail account. And then there's going to be a couple questions they ask you to fill in for. And then that's it. You'll be ready to go. It's a really easy website to work with. And you'll see a tab for assignments, and anything I assign will be there. Let me quickly talk about how the assignments work in Delta Math. So here's how homeworks work. Maybe there are 3 topics in a homework assignment. And each topic I typically set that you need to get 5 questions correct. Okay? So what that means is if you get the first 5 correct, you're done with that topic. Then you move on to the next topic. But if you don't get the first 5 correct, you keep working until you get 5 correct. So maybe it takes you 15 different questions until you get 5 correct. That's known as mastery learning, which is a really great way to learn because you don't just stop when you get them all wrong. You keep working until you get 5 correct. Now, if there's 3 topics in a homework, then maybe you got to get 15 correct, again, 5 for each topic. And maybe sometimes I'll even reduce that down to 3. But whatever, that's how it's going to work. Now, you do get a second chance. So if you get one question wrong, you don't just get moved on the next one. You do get a second chance to get it right. So, that helps you as well. That homework, hopefully doesn't take too long. Now, quizzes and tests in Delta Math, those are a little bit, obviously more traditional. I'm going to give you 10, 15, 20 problems, and you only get one shot at them. One shot, you get it right, you get it wrong. Obviously, it's a quiz or it's a test, okay? So if you want to get logged into Delta Math now, we're going to start with that week 1, so get ready to go. All right, so that's pretty much it for the intro to the class. Hope everyone understands and it all kind of makes sense. And if you do have any questions prior to school starting, please make sure you shoot me an email. Love to get you guys the help you need. And this video is really meant for students and parents to kind of get a feel for who I am and how my class is going to work out. But hope everybody has a great year, and I can't wait to see everybody.